Okay, we're going to make a project today using tints and shades. The first thing that I need is to make a solid black line. So I'm going to go grab a black. I already have my brush set up and I'm going to go and make a plus sign just like this. Now I need a new layer. So I'm going to hit plus to my new layer and I'm going to choose 4 colors that I will be using. These are going to be shades. So if I choose green, which I have right here, I need to choose a shade of green, which means I'm going to add a little bit of black to it. Okay, this seems like a good shade. I'm just going to test this and double check. Yep, I'm on the right layer. That's where I want to be. I think I can increase this because this is a nice simple shape. I'm going to make that entire square green and then choose a second color and a third color and a fourth. I'm leaving that down here in the shades, so I'm going to blue, but creating a shade of blue. Now that I have all 4 sections with 4 different colors of shades, I'm going to go back to my layers and bring the layer from the bottom up to the top. That shows my nice dark lines on the top of my shades. I'm going to click on that layer so that the blue is around it. That way I know that I'm going to be drawing on that layer. And grab a black again and make a free-form shape. This free-form shape needs to go in all 4 boxes and it needs to be a very smooth free-form shape, so no jagged lines. Something like this. We will add another layer on top. This time we're going to be using tints. So I'm going to choose all of the same colors, so yellow, but I'm going to mix it with a little bit of white. Make sure I'm on the right layer. I am, and increase my line just a little bit. And now I'm going to go in here and draw the inside of this shape. So I'm not going outside of my shape right now. I'm trying to stay on the inside. And I'm going to fill that in with my tint. I did the yellow tint on the yellow shade. Okay, I have a red that I need to seek out. Red mixed with a little bit of white makes, oh, it makes pink. Okay, same thing up here. Drawing along the edge and then within that box, in that square. And I'll do that in all 4 sections. All right, now we have our tints and our shades done, and we're going to just make this look like it's a little bit 3D. So when we add anything to make it 3D, we use shadow and highlights. So I have a sun that's up in the corner and it's on my black layer. So if we look at my layers, it's up here on my number 3 layer. And what I'm going to do is hit the plus sign and choose a nice dark color. So maybe a gray of some sort. That looks good. And I can choose any brush. So I think I'm going to go with this kind of cloudy one. And I'm going to imagine that the sun is coming down onto this blob and it's casting a shadow on the opposite side. Okay, just double checking. I have a new layer and I'm going to start kind of drawing this shadow. And I know you're getting a little worried because I'm drawing on top of my beautiful shape that I just made. But I'm going to show you the magic of those layers in just a moment. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to take and poke the eye of layer number 3 here. That's going to shut that off for a minute. And I'm going to take the 3 lines and move it down, down, down until it's underneath the number 2 layer. Oh, come on down with me. Come on. Down, down, down. Wow, do you see how that shadow pops behind that shape? We're going to add one more layer to make it look just a little bit more lively. So this is called highlights. We added the shadow. Now I'm finding a light color, imagining the sun's in the same spot, and I'm going to add just a couple of highlights. So I'm kind of bringing a curve wherever I think that sun would hit my shape. Oh my goodness. And it did it. It looks like a three-dimensional shape. Maybe that it's liquid, a liquid splat that just landed on my piece of paper. This looks pretty good, and this would be the final piece of artwork. I just want to show you a couple more amazing things about Brushes Redux. Up in the left-hand side, it says Gallery. If you go to Gallery, you can go back to seeing all of the artwork that you have created. And I'm going to click on the one that I just did here, this painting number 14. And when I do that, it says, do you want to play or swipe to paint? If I swipe to paint, that brings me back into editing, and I can go ahead and continue to paint. If I go to gallery again and back into the painting, I could push play. What that does is it brings me through the whole entire process that I have done to get to this point. So it shows me the mistakes, it shows me the celebration, it shows me every aspect that I have done on this canvas. It's really fun to watch, and it's even more fun to share with other people, to share what you have done and how you did it. So once you have done that, you can send this piece of artwork to a lot of different places. So if I go into the painting itself, there is an arrow with a box around it on the right hand side. If you click on that, you can add to photos or you can duplicate it. If you duplicate it, you can actually start from this point and start adding some additional ones without ruining this one. You can also go here to gallery, and on the left hand side you see select. You can click on the ones that you want to select, and then the box on the right hand side with the arrow you can click on, and it allows you to share this in many different ways. Maybe I want it in a JPEG, and I can share it to all of these different places, other people's devices via AirDrop or Google Drive, or I can even just put it right onto my camera roll. So lots of different ways to share and export these artworks as well.